Now in studio, we have with us Jeff Njau talking entrepreneurship. Welcome, Jeff. Thank you so much for joining us once again.
Always a pleasure.
All right. Now we just talked about, of course, the proposed hike on taxes in terms of mobile money transfers that the president has decided to put forward. What do you think of this, particularly affecting entrepreneurs and SMEs?
First, there's been quite a huge number of taxes that the government is proposing. Some of them a bit unorthodox. Some of them I think can be managed a bit better without having to increase taxes. My conversation has always been about increasing the tax bracket, widening the tax web rather than increasing different types of taxes. Mobile money has been one of the revolutions in this country that has spurred heavy economic growth. And if it is not competitive for people to send money using different mobile money platforms, then it becomes a disincentive for trade and for business, and hence reduces the efficiency for businesses to operate. So I disagree with it, and even the conversation of doubling the tax from 10 to 20 doesn't really make sense to me as a tax consultant. I think it should be gradual in the event that it is to be received well by the public, and already overtaxed public. Yeah. So
you think we're already at that saturation point in terms of taxation the people?
Yes, and the challenge is that the Treasury Cabinet Secretary is looking for quick wins, quick methods of collection. So he's looking for the taxes that can be able to affect as many people as possible. That's why there's a conversation on VAT, because VAT is for everyone. Unlike many other taxes, custom duties for people who are importing, corporate taxes for people who are profitable, payroll taxes are taxes for people who are in employment. So you find that they're looking for very quick ways. But there are very many entrepreneurs, very many big business people that are heavily under declaring tax, or that can pay more and can actually afford to pay it because they will do it legally, and who should actually pay because they've been doing a lot. There's a lot of tax evasion that happens. I think that should be the bigger target.
So the conversation should center around, of course, those people who are evading the tax and are trying to find ways to hide it. But I do like the fact that you mentioned, entrepreneurs and how they are faring with the current situation. Now, personal income taxes, payroll taxes and more, they do leave individual entrepreneurs, SMEs, with a lot less expendable capital.
Yeah.
Now, what are some of the ways that entrepreneurs can actually safeguard this flexibility in terms of capital?
First, I want to talk about VAT for entrepreneurs. There's the increase. Currently, the fuel increase has already been effected.
Yes.
From 0 to 16%. One of the things I want to tell all entrepreneurs is that you can claim back the VAT. You can claim back the VAT, and this should be clear. There's no conversation about that currently because people don't know.
So is that with the ETR receipts?
Every month, by the 20th of every month, every business that charges VAT does what is called a VAT return. And a VAT return is the tax you have received. Like now, when you bill someone, you receive some tax. That is called output VAT. Less input VAT, that is VAT on anything you incur. And among the things you incur is actually the fuel. So just as you claim VAT on your other supplies, I want to tell all business people, you should claim the VAT that you're paying on fuel. But to do that, you need to ensure that you have the receipt.
Yes.
If you don't have the receipt, you can't claim it. Because there needs to be documentary evidence of the same. And the receipt should be a good receipt. A receipt with the PIN number of the petrol station, a receipt with the details of the petrol station, where it is, how many liters you bought, stuff like that. All that detail should be in the receipt. So I want to urge all business people. I've been waiting for this opportunity since they started.
Since they implemented
because many business people don't know. And I've been going around to all my clients. I actually wrote to all our clients and told them, hey guys, you can claim VAT. So that some piece of good news.
Yes.
The whole conversation now of reducing the rate to 8, depending with if it will be passed in Parliament,
yes,
or if it will go through or not, that is what we call a special rate of VAT. There are a few things that have a special rate of VAT. So it will not be 16%. Something else that has a special rate of VAT is electricity. It has 12% VAT. So whichever the amount, whichever the percentage they pass, hopefully they will put a 0, but in the event that they won't, know that you can claim it. Now, that's number one. Number two, on payroll taxes, always ensure that you pay payroll taxes, especially if you deduct people. Now, I have dealt with many clients, and in the event that you don't pay payroll taxes for clients you have already, for your staff, and you've already deducted it, it's a bad offense with KRA, and they hardly forgive you for that. Yeah. So those are just some of the few taxes. There's obviously corporate tax, which is tax on profit, and that's based on you filing your returns at the end of the year and declaring profit. Our corporate tax system operates on what we call self-assessment, where it's you saying, this is the profit I've made, and for local companies, you're charged 30% corporate tax. For foreign companies, you're charged 37.5%, which is very high compared to other countries in the region and global standards. So I think adding taxes will not be, and it will be received very badly by the people and by entrepreneurs.
So entrepreneurs, like you've been advising us in terms of the collection of tax, and you can file for your returns and whatnot. Yes. Now, to what degree do you think that entrepreneurs in the country are aware of all of these intricacies when it comes to handling their money, their VAT, their taxes? Do you think there needs to be more education for the SME, for the entrepreneur who's just beginning?
The truth is, tax is one of the things that people hardly know. KRA tries to invite people for different kinds of capacity building on different taxes, but any invite from KRA entrepreneurs resists because you don't know what will happen. Many entrepreneurs have the perception that if you go for those meetings, they will nab you, and you're not sure of how your closet of taxes looks like. You're worried. So one of the things that I would advise KRA is maybe use persons like us who are tax consultants to sell this message of how to be compliant. One thing I always tell our clients is that it is cheaper to be compliant than to be incompliant. Because in the event that you're not compliant, the penalties are extremely punitive. So it's always easier to be compliant. Is there a knowledge gap in tax management? Heavy knowledge gap. Many business people start businesses not knowing that there are taxes to be paid. But remember, KRA is a silent partner. As you're registering that business in Sharia House, it's just that you don't see in the paperwork, but KRA is also a partner.
So there's no way that you can do anything without their knowledge in terms of the corporate world?
No. It's not possible. Remember, they have what is called agency notices. They can be able to get your bank statement at ease from your bank, even sometimes without your authority, and they can freeze your account in the event that you're non-compliant.
Absolutely.
I have seen that with clients, and by the time they are calling us, all hell is breaking loose.
So you need to prevent reaching that point. You need to be compliant. You need to be aware. And definitely education on taxes when it comes to entrepreneurship is a conversation we need to have more of. Thank you so much, Jeff Njau, for joining us today and shedding some light on exactly how the taxes that are, being implemented, being debated on, being proposed are affecting entrepreneurs. On that note, we'll take a short commercial break. Don't go far.